All right, so here's the tools I'm going to be using to roll on the joint compound with. I'm using a USG all-purpose joint compound, 20-volt DeWalt cordless drill that I'll be using, and a paint mixer to thin down the joint compound. You want to thin it down to about a yogurt consistency. This is the roller I'll be using. It's a 3/4 inch lambskin roller cover, and then a roller handle, and a 5-gallon paint grid to roll off the excess joint compound so I can get a nice consistent coat on the wall. All right, so what I like to do is right off the bat is separate the bucket of joint compound in half. What I'm going to do is mix it to about a yogurt consistency. Got my paint mixer. I'm just going to add a little water as I go. I don't want to get it too soupy. I just put in probably a couple ounces. What you want to do is work it up from the bottom. That way the water gets saturated throughout.
Let me know in the comments if you're a DIYer, a contractor, painter, handyman. Just kind of curious.
Gonna need a little more water. A couple more ounces. Little at a time, like baking a cake. A little more water. And then I'm going to let it sit for about 10 minutes because it does tend to tighten back up. An easy way to test it is just get some on your knife and watch it come off. A little thicker than yogurt. If you're going over a smooth wall, you can go ahead and thin it down even more. But if you're going over a texture, you want to kind of keep the consistency of the mud as much as possible. If you're rolling it on, to be able to do that, you have to have it just thin down a little bit more than you want. All right, so we'll add a little more water and then let it set. 10 minutes. That looks good to cover this texture and roll it on. All right, we'll let that sit for 10 minutes. All right, it's been 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little more water because I know it's gonna need it. I've probably put in 6 to 8 ounces of water. Pretty much go by feel and how it looks.
Feel free to ask me any questions about how to mix up the joint compound if you didn't get it quite clear in the video. Also, the paint mixer that I'm using attached to my cordless drill, you can get at any of the big box stores like Lowe's or Home Depot in the paint section.
If you did mix it too thin, you could go ahead and just add a little more joint compound and start the process over again. So here's the thing, even if you start rolling the mud on and it's too thick or too thin, you can make an adjustment as needed. That's my tips for mixing. All right, so got the joint compound mixed up to a yogurt consistency. Gonna put my paint roller grid in my 5-gallon bucket, 3/4 inch roller cover, roller handle, extension pole.
Just want to get the joint compound up on the wall. Then once it's covered, you come back with the roller and make it all consistent. Then I take my 12-inch taping knife, wipe down the wall, and that's how you skim coat a wall with a paint roller. Subscribe for more skim coating and drywall tips. Thanks for watching.